Alright guys, welcome to another video. In today's video we're going to be learning how to color using color pencils. So first up, just a tip, like before going in, it's good to always like plan out your colors. So I'm going to slide this into frame, hopefully it focuses in. So as you can see right here, like just test out the colors you plan to use for the piece first. And then you could go on in and start coloring your team, because that'll save you time and you wouldn't have to be guessing on like what colors works and what colors don't. And for the purpose of this video, we're going to be using probably most of the colors we see, I just not sure right there. And for color pencils, we're going to be using Blick, but you don't have to get these color pencils. You could probably get, like back in the day, I remember I used to use like, you know, Crayola, and plus it had Prismacolor. But you could pick and choose which color pencils work best for you guys. But without further ado, let's get into it. So starting off, we want to do is start off with, like, you know, just coloring in the skin. So just go in here really lightly, and you know, you could start off coloring the hair if you want to first. It doesn't matter the order, but we just go in here really lightly. And for this character, he'll be of a lighter skin tone. So for the purpose of this, you just want to go in here lightly and sketch. It's always good to start off lightly, then you could kind of go in and apply a little more pressure to darken up the shade. And for this, I then had like a cream color pencil in this set, because for this set it only have like 12 in it. So say if you get like the Crayola, I would recommend get a 24 pack, because then it have like more colors to play with instead of like the 12 pack. Or even if you get the Prismacolor, which I think obviously I wouldn't recommend getting that. It's a good color set, but it's pricey, right? And if you guys know starting off, I would say like like Crayola, because I know Crayola, when it comes to like color, they're really good. So I would say probably get something like that. But yeah, but usually I'll go in here with like a cream color, because obviously this character, you know, have a lighter skin tone, so white. So I'll go in there with a cream color. So I'm using this kind of brown color. It's not too dark, so it kind of works. But yeah, just go in here lightly for the face. Alright, so we get that in. Now on to the neck. Alright, cool, you guys could see. So right, we get the neck in. Now on to the left hand side of the hand, or the arm, sorry. So just go down here, just lightly color it in, you know, and think of this as like a coloring book. Don't rush, take your time, relax. It's the same thing as if you was coloring in a coloring book. You know what I mean? And I would say that's a good way to practice. If you want to learn how to color and get better at it, like, you know, buy a cheap coloring book you find on like Amazon or something, and start like, you know, testing your color skills on that. Right, so we have a nice base in there. Right, and that's basically it for the skin. Right, so we just go and put in our base color, which is like the flat colors, because then we go in and act like darker shades to apply like shadow and stuff, the character shading, you know what I mean? Alright, so just like that. Alright, now we go and put on this color pencil, and we're gonna get like an orange. And remember, you guys will have to use the same colors. If you want your character skin to be green, blue, you know, go for it. Color the character whatever color you feel suits the character best. I just going in here, coloring in the character what I think the color scheme will be. So just go in here, coloring the hair now. There's like an orange, and sometimes you could see the name on the pencil, so you could kind of like see it right here. Say like orange or something like that. It's like a darker shade, let's say a dark orange, or you know, sometimes there's all these fantasy names and stuff. But just go in here lightly, and for this one, I'm applying a little more pressure, because it's not like a dark orange. Plus is the rated color I want for the hair actually. So just going here, going back around, just like that. Alright, cool. Just applying some color to the hair now, just like that. Alright, cool. Alright guys, like I say, just applying some shadow to the hair. I'm just shading in the hair, and you could apply a little bit more pressure to darken things up a little bit more. So just like that. Alright, cool. Alright, apply some pressure, just like that. Take your time with it. Now we could go on to the eyebrows. And like I say, it's good to have your pencil sharpened a little bit before this too. And usually if it's a new set of color pencils. Obviously it will come with the pencils sharpened, but I know back in the day, man, I used to like really sharpen my pencil. I used to burn out of them. I always used to have like a sharp point, you could actually go in there in like tight corners and really get them. Oh yeah, also try your best to stay in within the lines, you know. Alright, so just color in here. And plus, other tip too, if you just color this in, gotta start coloring here and leave like open white space for like highlight. But I didn't decide to do that. We're just keeping it simple for this. Alright, so we get that in place. Alright. Now for the shirt, we're not going to color that in because for this character I just wanted it to be white. And plus it had like white color pencil, but in a way it makes no sense using the white for the shirt because you can't see it if you have a white paper. But say if you have a black paper, then you'll most likely be able to see it. So for this, now we're gonna go in for the eyes now. And for the eyes, I want it to be like a light blue. So we're gonna go in here. And before we go in here and color, just put like a circle, a little, well, a half circle right there, and then color in this rest here. We'll kind of do like a highlight. See that? So take your time with this part. Kind of do like a highlight right there. Alright, awesome, awesome. Alright, so we have that in place. Alright, cool. And now onto the pans, we keep in the same blue pencil. Actually, we don't use that blue pencil. We use we'll use this dark blue here. Just go in here and lightly color in the pans now. And like I say, you could start from anywhere. Just try to like stay in the lines. Right. And this really relaxing actually. Like doing the artwork and stuff, getting a good drawing down is the you know, it could be difficult at times, but when you go in here and just start like coloring in, you know, your characters is almost like they come into life. So that's the cool thing about like coloring and stuff. Gonna come down and finish shading in the bottom part here by the calf and just end off. Alright, and then we're going to switch over and switch the color pencil now. We're going back to this light blue, and what we're going to do, we're going to lightly color in here. And the reason I'm going to switch into a lighter blue here, if you notice, like with jeans, especially if you fold it, right, say your jeans too long and you kind of cuff it at the bottom, like the jeans underneath is usually be like a lighter shade of the actual color. So this is kind of like a darkish blue, so here will be kind of lighter right there by the cuff. Alright, so just like that. And right, we not gonna like color in this part right here. We're not gonna color in there because that is the socks and the socks white. So if you don't want your character to wear any socks, you will just color that in with the same color you use for the, you know, the hand and the face, the skin tone. But right here we're gonna use this red for the shoes. So this will kind of add like a pop of color. Alright, so right here, just start coloring it in, just like that. And apply a little bit more pressure. But it depends on like your color pencil, the color pencils you guys decide to get. And like I was saying, options is like Crayola. Crayola was a good one I used to use a lot. Then, you know, the big one I think most artists and them just use is like Prismacolor. I think probably like most of you guys heard about that name before. They're a great set, it's just really pricey. So the alternative is like Crayola. And Crayola, like the color is very, you know, it's not dull, you don't really like it, it's really prominent, if that makes sense. But right here, go and kind of press a little harder, kind of like adding a little bit more, just like that. And we're going to leave these other areas like white. So we basically done with that. And you know, I wanted to keep things simple, not going in trying to color the entire thing, trying to go too, you know, far with it. So now from here, what we're going to do is we're going to add some, you know, we're going to add some shade into this, or shadows I should say. So we had the flat colors in place, now we're going to add shadows. So the easiest way is start with underneath the sleeve, since this character is short sleeve, and kind of just darken up here with the same cream. You could go in and press harder, or you could get like something as close to the cream you're using, or whatever color you decide to use for the skin tone. You could get a darker shade of that. Alright, and I think like the light source coming from the left, so stuff in on the right hand side will be in shadow. So we could go in here, start to add shadow on this side, just like that. I'm pressing a little hard, so I'll shadow here. Alright, these back fingers will be in shadow. They will be in shadow. So this is basically the cell shading technique we just usually see in cartoons, anime, and stuff like that. So right there, so we're going in really nice. Now we could go underneath the neck and do the same method, just like that. Alright, cool. Add the shadow underneath here, and by the neckline we'll see probably a little bit because kind of covering over there. Underneath the bottom lip, a little bit of shadow. Underneath the nose, definitely. Alright, and now on this side, we're gonna follow the curvature of the face. Alright, add in shadow here. And leave like a little white space open just to show that this side of the face, well, this air is shadowed. Right? Just like that. Alright, you could show like some shadow right here by the upper eyelids. Some shadow right here by this hair. And remember, since the light source coming from the right hand side, we're doing these parts in shadow. Alright, cool. Now we could go on to the hair. And for this one, I'm using like a darkish orange. What is it? Yeah, darkish orange for this. I could have used the same orange and press hard, but I want to try out this one and see what it look like. So I'll go in here. Add shadow. Shade this in. Alright. Sorry for that noise if you hear that just now. But right here. Add the shadow. Yeah. Keep shading it in. Take your time with it, guys. And probably see a little bit here. Probably a little bit there because I have a little overlap on here. And then we go back to the face now. Gotta forget here. Since this, he had like a little bit of hair strands coming in front of the forehead to have a cast in shadow. So go in here underneath there and add some shadow right here. You can kind of come out a little bit more. Kind of like drawing this right there. So just like that. Alright. Alright. Onto the shirt now. Since the shirt white, you just go in here. Usually it'll be a gray color. So if you actually have a gray color pencil, use it. Please use it. I use it not black. So basically I'm going to let up on applying pressure because the harder I press, the darker it will be, which means the shadow will be black. So it depends if you have intense shadow, it'll be good. But if you have a gray, since it's white, shadows for this will usually be kind of like a grayish color. So think of like when you're adding the shadow to your garments, so if you have a blue pants, the shadow will usually be a darker shade. Alright, so just lightly go in here under the folds, the shadow here. And if you guys using a black, press lightly. So right back here, shading the top now. So we're going to add like some shadow to the right hand side of the shirt. Okay, you know the light source coming from the left. So you just shade in here really lightly. Then go right here. Adding some shadow here. Shade this in. Then add some shadow right here by the fold. Just really lightly. Just like that. Alright, cool. Adding some shadow here. Right there underneath by which part the shirt overlap. So I think we have all the shadow that we need for like the shirt. So now what we want to do, we want to go onto the pants. And for the pants, just grab the same color. Or if you have a darker blue, you could grab that as well. Now we're going to go in here, press a little harder. Adding some shadow right there. Which part the pockets kind of overlap right there. And which, since the shirt over the since the shirt casting over the pants, it will create like a shadow underneath there, like that. Then we're gonna come down, just follow the pants down. I like some shadow right here. Alright, by the knees, it was some shadow. Let's shade that part in. Kind of go in and kind of blend it a little bit. Just kind of do that. Kind of like put on the shadow here, dark, and then lightly let up as you come out. We'll kind of blend it in. Alright, so it will have shadow here on the inside here on the left. Alright, knee here will have shadow. So kind of similar to the arm right there. Come down, let up as you go out. Darken here a little bit. And light let up on the pencil as you go out. you know, loosen up on the pressure. Then go back in here slightly, you know, apply more color there. But yeah, but now you can kind of see already, starting to see the shadow there. So go back here, just darken it up a little bit. Alright, now onto the shoes now. Alright, so right here, we're gonna go in for the shoes. Just add, like, you know, it was some shadow here. Just press harder for this one. Some shadow here. Just on this side. And some shadow underneath here. And yeah, I'll say use a darker pencil for this part. Darker red if you need to. Alright, so just like that. Alright, so now grab your, you know, your gray or your black and add some shadow right underneath which part the socks. Maybe socksy folders, because you know the jeans over the ankle right here, so it casts a shadow on the socks. And then, you know, keep going in here, just like that. Alright, cool. And yeah guys, let me just go back here, grab my brown color here, just fill in there, and then you could go back in and, like, you know, lightly add a light layer to the, you know, add a light layer to the face right here, so just like that. Yeah, and yeah guys, yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. This how you color the color pencil. Hope you enjoyed the video, hope you learned something, and I hope to see you guys on the next one. Alright, see you.